Here is an impossible Town Hall 16 box base that 3-star experts from BK Blinders are going to try to beat for a secret prize. Okay, maybe not all of them are 3-star experts, but if you are wondering why did Legend Killer leave it at 0%, then this challenge has 3 rules, and one of them which he violated is not to use root riders. Since in the current state of the game offense is a lot stronger than defense, then I was allowed to ban 1 troop, 1 spell, and 1 siege machine. Without thinking too long, I obviously banged the root rider, recall spell, and battle blim. Second rule was to deploy all the troops, heroes, and siege machines where the Larry is having his little spa vacation, just like me is doing right here. Not me Jaso, but me. If you have ever had anyone in your clan named me, or you, then you know how annoying it is when you have to address him. Luckily, for a small amount of 69,000 likes, he agreed to change his name to whatever the most liked comment suggests. So make sure to comment down below what should we name him. Anyway, it seems bluebirds are pretty good against this base, and that might just be because I placed all the buildings right next to each other. But no need to worry, as things should definitely calm down once they will meet my CC troops, aka the ice cubes, who soon took the situation under control on the left side of the map. Right side troops in contrary were about to have a bottle of Fanta that I had prepared for them. All the troops and heroes enjoyed the sugary drink so much that they had to slow down to point where some of the spectators got bored and left, but they left too early as my guy's army was still moving towards the town hall. At this point I was having a moment of existential crisis as I realized my base is getting wrecked by electro dragons. Luckily though, the brand new town hall had the ability to piss on enemy troops, so it saved the day. After nearly getting humiliated by bluebirds, it was time for the second competitor, who was taking the challenge very seriously by popping all the potions possible. To start off, Larry's jumped out of the bath to check for any potential traps. Then it was time for the estrogen filled army to walk into the base, lead by punch of electro mommies. Also, it's worth mentioning he brought 9 bottles of OS water in solid state and some tree roots to stop the eagle landing massive turds on his troops. It was absolutely lovely to see how his troops split into 2, making it easier for my defenses to pick them apart one by one until he unleashed the beast, who started knocking down several buildings at once and even beating his brother from another mother. Despite both armors were swimming in poison while getting dealt a ton of damage, they still managed to survive thanks to the Grand Warden's abilities, and things were not looking too great. It seemed that each attack the players of BK Blinders were getting closer and closer to completely annihilating my troll base, but once again the eagle's poo poo and the yellow piss were too deadly. By the way, if you would like to take part of these challenges to win a skin or a scenery, then feel free to join my clan, but make sure you meet these requirements to join. In case you don't have an unrushed Town Hall 15 account, then I will soon talk about a scenery giveaway that everyone can take part of. But then finally the inner piece arrived with an army of dragons and the war wrecker. As the siege machine was slowly moving towards the core of the base, I realized I have done a fatal base designing mistake by placing the eagle artillery in between the spawning area and the town hall. Now all 13 spectators knew exactly how to destroy the main key defense that the whole defense strategy revolved around. Not only he easily took down the eagle artillery, but now his super archers were piercing through every other key defense as well. Despite having some success, his time came to pack his things and leave until the Larry's bath water summoned the last champion. So far no one had the luck to destroy the town hall, but I must say the attacks were definitely getting a lot more creative. My guy Icy Flame, for example, used hog riders to get rid of the eagle artillery, which is not a bad idea. Also, for the first time I saw someone use bats and freeze spells on the town hall, which as you can see worked out flawlessly. Some of them were using bat spell on the eagle artillery, but none of them came even close to destroying that town hall until Overload Prince arrived with his queen walk. Meanwhile, the queen and the little pony took care of a big chunk from the left side of the base. Then the main army went to destroy the right side. As the Pecos and Ice Cubes were leading the way, they soon had to deal with my CC troops, where the Water King was turned into an ice sculpture. Next up, the Overload Prince did something no one else had done before by routing the left side section and using a jump spell, which created a perfect funnel for the troops to hop into the compartment where the town hall is. Despite the natural disaster in the form of a tornado and my king trying to negotiate with enemy army to not touch the town hall, they still managed to take it down. Even though Prince's army spent some quality time in the gas chamber, they still somehow managed to survive. I don't know how, but also the bubble blondies managed to stay alive, each of them with 1 HP on their health bars, which meant I am in a big trouble as they are going to keep those Pekkas alive. Not only the Pekkas but the royal champion was completely full HP, busy destroying my defenses. At this point I knew I am screwed, but there was one thing that went unnoticed, which was the time. Yes, luckily his time ran out, which meant the challenge continues for the secret prize that will be revealed very soon. Similarly to the legend killer, there were few clanmates who forgot to change their friendly challenge army like Lucas and Jord, but I decided to give them another chance even though the rule number 1 states that everyone gets only 1 attempt. Now that Jord had changed his army, I noticed he is using Valkyries. That makes a lot of sense as most of my buildings were located right next to each other. But the weirdest thing happened when he used those skeleton spells on the eagle artillery, which then lured out my clan castle troops. That didn't make any sense. I was pretty sure that the bat spells and the skeleton spells were not supposed to trigger CC troops. I was so confused, but when I borrowed my grandma's magnifying glass I finally noticed there was that one headhunter running right towards my heroes. Not gonna lie, due to the color of both the scenery and the headhunter I didn't notice it was her who lured the CC. Anyway, thanks to that skeleton spell and headhunter combo, Jord was able to gain a ton of value by destroying the eagle artillery and also getting rid of the defending CC troops. After that he still had a decent amount of troops alive, along with that royal champion who pulled out an army of hog riders out of her pocket. He also had that last freeze spell to buy his troops some time to deal with the Teslas, and as you can guess, Jord absolutely destroyed my base with a Town Hall 15 account. Since Jord already kinda attacked, then I had to ask the clan if we are going to give him the W or not. Because people were quite evenly divided with their opinion, then I decided to give few more clanmates a chance. First of all, Lanka used a bunch of super archers and got 81%. Then Ruby's Electro Titan Witch army got 90%. Legend Killer, who failed to change his army, finally got his chance and got 73%. Don Van Seacrest got really lucky and scored a 99% 1 star with that mass Electro Mommy army. Then of course there always has to be that one person who has time to pop his potions but has no time to read the rules. Not gonna lie, after seeing this attack I was deeply contemplating my decision to ban Root Riders as they weren't even that good. After Bulbasaur got the very unique disqualified tag, people started beating this base non-stop, starting with Superior and his Super Bowler strategy, and finishing with Lucas. Since changing the friendly army composition was just a tiny human error, then Jord was still the winner, and once I gave him the Dragon Champion skin he told me he already had it, so he kindly gave it to Superior, who was the second person to 3-star my base. By the way, if you would like to win this scenery for yourself, then I will be giving away 3 of them to random subscribers who have liked the video and also left a comment. But make sure all of your notifications are turned on, because only then you will get notified once I have replied to your comment. Good luck.